Hello. Welcome to another episode of Kittens and Demons. As I said in a episode previous, I really liked music growing up, like a lot of kids did. But it was friends, that kind of pushed me into better music, more challenging music, and then you kind of pick what you like out of those kind of suggestions. And sometimes they liked stuff that I didn't like Def Leppard or something. But I always thought it was cool, I had a friend, we liked just about all the same stuff, but his most obsessed couple bands were like Mother Love Bone, which I was like, fine, and Def Leppard. But I didn't see where Def Leppard fit in, but it was like, whatever. Then later on, movies. Same friend was actually really good about explaining slightly deeper things about films. And where they both mesh is the soundtrack. And I had done something about Trent Reznor's soundtracks, but I want to go a little farther and talk about, some songs off of soundtracks that I've really enjoyed over the years. My memory is some sad stuff, so one of the one, especially with writing The Mime recently, which is based on The Crow, more of the movie than the comic book, but I think no one can deny the importance of that comic book. The soundtrack to that was amazing. It was so important to me at that time. It was one of the few movies that I saw twice in a theater as well. Even putting on makeup and stuff the second time. I was always goth wannabe. Boy. And that album introduced... See, I already liked Nine Inch Nails, which was on that soundtrack. That wasn't a Nine Inch Nails... That was kind of the start of them being on stuff, but not Trent actually having much to do with the soundtrack. He got a lot of people into Joy Division after that. But the one that was a real standout to me, I was big into Stone Temple Pilots at the time, and but they were famous enough they could just drop one of their big, tracks. They dropped Big Empty onto it, whereas almost everything else on that soundtrack is exclusive. So the first one I want to play is After the Flesh, which is at a crazy scene where Brandon Lee is fighting a bunch of people around a table. He's, of course, an invincible angel of death, so guns really can't do anything to him, sadly. In real life, they could and did. He died making that film, which is the biggest fucking action Hollywood stupid fucking tragedies just ever. Terrible. I mean, more haunting than Eric Draven is that death. But After the Flesh was a remix, not an original song. It was a remix of a much, much older song that is on the Cooler Than Jesus that EP. So I think Nervous Science, maybe, I can't remember. So let me play that.
I am the new way to go. I am the way of the future. I am the new way to go. I am the way of the future.
Innocent people being crucified.
Future.
As a kid, I was very, very scared of like horror movies and stuff and scary things, and I'd be like watching with my hands over my eyes and stuff. And I remember what helped me a little bit. My friend would tell me like everything that was going to happen, and then I would watch the film. And that happened with RoboCop. And so, like, the part where he gets his hand, like, and blown off and stuff like that, for some reason, that didn't affect me because my friend had told me about it. What hit me harder than hell, though, was when the business dude was turned into freaking meat when they're doing a demo. And they're testing it out on this guy, and the ED-209 just blows him the fuck away. Oh, terrible. But that movie is amazing. It's really well made. It's a scary vision of the future. But kind of a positive vision of, like, cybernetics. And, you know, RoboCop is like the hero in that film, where we see AI and robotics and stuff as something very scary. In this one, he is not. He actually even gets past this program that doesn't let him. He's smart enough to find a way past it and take out somebody who needed some taken out. And I love the end line, and then it crashes and it plays this song. So, such a great, good job, Basil. This was a cool soundtrack. Same dude did A Never-Ending Story as well.
Nice shooting, son. What's your name?
Murphy.
So, I think the most complex soundtrack has got to be Walk Hard, the Dewey Cox story, because they wrote all of these original songs that were accurately depicting styles from, I mean, John C. Reilly plays from like 14 to like 70 in this film, which is crazy. it's obviously a comedy, but this Bob Dylan track, Royal Jelly, I love this song so much. I think it really is, I think it's really amazing how it's so silly, seemingly, but then like Dylan, the silliness kind of, the kind of like nonsense, supposed nonsense, kind of subsides into something that at least seems deep.
Mailboxes drip like lampposts in the twisted birth canal of the Colosseum. Rim job fairy teapots mask the temper tantrum. Oh, say, can you see 'em? Stuffed cabbage is the darling of the laundromat, and the sorority mascot sat with the lumberjack. Pressing, passing, stinging, half-synthetic fabrications of his time. The mouse with the overbite explain how the rabbits were ensnared. In the skinny, scanny self-thrash, the apothecary diplomat inside the three-eyed monkey within inches of his toaster oven life. In my mind, I'm half blind, my inner wrath is mostly death. I'm smelling peared, if you cared. My sense of taste is wasted on the phosphorescent orange peels of San Francisco axe-encrusted frenzy. So let me touch you, let me touch you, let me touch you, let me touch you, where the royal jelly gets made. Cholera tourist singers bringing weeds and social clingers, hangers-on and fancy flingers to the dress ball. Mushrooms and bowling pins, stovepipe hats and other things I can't recall from juvenile hall. We're so unlucky and stuff. Woodrow Wilson never had it so tough. Dairy Queen and Vaseline and Maybelline, Paul Bunyan and James Dean. Allegory agencies of pre-Raphaelite paganry and Shenandoah tapestries compared with good mahogany, collapsing the undying postcard romance. The feline perspicacity by the university, that night I held a paucity which you deemed common courtesy. I wasn't what you thought I'd be. I shouldn't have invited you to dance in my tree. I'm halfway free, and in my chair, 1/4 there. In my dream, 1/16 cream. In the coffee of the courtier, of the sycophantic assistant to the king. So let me touch you, let me touch you, let me touch you, let me touch you, where the road You're a liar.
Kung Fu Panda 2 is one of the coolest sequels of all time. You just get to see the panda be himself. He gets to be the hero for a little while, but then it's all going to be taken away because of cowards with guns. But in this scene, he finds a way to use his like panda style of to reverse whatever the whole thing with Panda is reversals, sending that energy right back at you. It's so cool that there really does feel like a missing style of Panda. So Zen Master, what a beautiful piece of music by Hans Zimmer, who's been making music for, 400 years. He seemed to make almost every other soundtrack that Danny Elfman or John Williams didn't make. Eddie Vedder kind of struck out at some point and started doing some solo work, and he made some music for Into the Wild, which is my sister's favorite film, as far as I know. So I'd like to play one of those songs. It's called Rise. I think this is a beautiful, beautiful soundtrack. It's a beautiful movie. I always find it weird when there's any negativity about this movie. I think it's great. I think the soundtrack is just excellent.
Such is the way of the world, you can never know just where to put all your faith and how will it grow. Gonna rise up, burning black holes and dark memories. Gonna rise up, turning mistakes into gold. Such is the passage of time, too fast to fold, suddenly swallowed by signs, lo and behold. Gonna rise up, find my direction magnetically. Gonna rise up, throw down my ace in the hole.
And of course, the end. Let's play a little Back to the Future. See you later.
Robocop versus
Freeze! I suggest you use your right to remain silent before I show your GoBot ass some Detroit violence. I'm like an X-Wing commander, cause I stay on target. I take over these streets, I got my farmer's market. I wonder where the Cyberdyne research went, that they couldn't fix your funky haunted Franz accent. They sent you back to kill a child, he's defeating distilled. They should've made a time-traveling morning after pill. And I didn't think I had any feelings left inside me, but my heart was surely broken after Terminator 3. I'm Robocop and I got the flow to be roided out C-3PO. I got the mind control like all the lead. Your move, creep.
Wrong. I have detailed files, the conclusion of your trilogy. That movie failed Detroit worse than the automotive industry. I am T-800 Cyberdyne Systems Model 101, and I'll be sweeping up your robobits like paper clips when I'm done. My rapping attack is a massive dispatch of bazookas and gas and grenades that rapidly bashes your brains and dismantles that puny pea shooter that fits in your leg. We're not the same, you peel away. Our perfect skin, you find supercomputers. You look like crying wearing a cold pressed juice now. They left off your balls when your suit was created.
I still love you, Alex.
Bullshit! Your sex life is terminated! Based on my detailed analysis on the lyrical structure of battle rap, it's time for your next shit verse! And then, I'll be back!
You don't know love, you don't know honor. You only know a programmed robot boner for John Connor. OCP gave me the skills to wreck this. I can't help it if I'm fresh, it's my prime directive.
I'll punch through your face hole and rip out your vocal cords. Send out your space helmet back to Geordie LaForge!
Nice try, but I'm too quick on the draw. What can go wrong for you will creep, Murphy's Law.
Chill out, dickwad. Your emotions are wrecking your flow. I couldn't find a decent rhyme in your line if I was in surge mode. You're too slow. I have blown your steam to machines. Barista.